We are live. Hello, Indigo Room. Just going to hang out for a couple of more minutes. Let people get into the chat,
There we go.
into the
Oops.
room. Oh, I guess I should turn my microphone off. I always forget to do that. I always forget to do that. All right. All right. Hey, Jackie. Hi. Hi, Barb. Hello. I'm going to get some sage for you guys tonight. We did light it. Linda and I, she blew on it. I lit it. She blew on it. And then, it went out. So. Here we go. Yay. Some sage for you. Here's some sage for you, Jackie, Barb. Journey's in the house. Hi, Journey. Rain's in the house. Rain, Jackie, Barb, Linda. Here's some sage. And then I'm sure you hear Cleopatra.
Yep.
Something got her flea collar going right now. Dude, she's the one that wanted to go to bed. She looked at me and she was like, I want to go in my room. Okay. She does this as soon as we start. Before we start, she wants to go in her room. After we start, then she decides she wants to come out. So here's some Palo Santo wood. Send that over to you guys. Quite delicious. All right. We need to stop her barking. So bear with me for one moment. One momento. I'm going to go get her. Let her out. I don't know why she went in there in the first place. I asked her. I said, are you sure? She looked at me and she's like, yes, mommy. Yes. Yes. Whining and everything. And now, she's all chaotic. Hold on. Be right back. Relax. Sleep. Okay, so apparently she changed her mind. Welcome, 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 everyone. And Jackie is here, which is good because it's evening time for her in the UK. So welcome, Jackie. Welcome, Barb. Welcome, Rain. And Andy. Say hello to Andy for me. And Linda. And Linda's here with us today. So, I've been having a little malfunction with my shirt. It's been doing that all day. Can't help it. So it's not my bra. What you're seeing, it's not my bra. It's just another shirt, another camisole underneath the shirt that I have on. So there. For anybody that's coming in and going, ooh, look at Sydney. No, it's not my bra. So don't get excited. Oh my God, it's 2 a.m. Holy moly. Well, we're going to get started, and welcome to the Indigo Room. I'm your host, Sydney Chase, and this is where we discuss all things spiritual. And by that, I mean that we are non-physical spiritual beings having physical human experiences, right? And life is supposed to be good, fun, delicious, wonderful, beautiful, even when it's what? When it is wicky wacky. So sometimes things go wicky wacky. Sometimes things go awry. Sometimes your shirt doesn't stay up. You have a wardrobe malfunction. Sometimes things shut off. We know that's been happening since 2007. But we keep going on. We keep persisting. So I hope you all had a wonderful week. And if you celebrated Memorial Day weekend, we were here on Sunday doing our Good Rising show, talking about money, and we were on 4 platforms at once, all at the same time. That was the first time I've ever done that, which was interesting. And I do want to apologize to everyone because it ended abruptly, because I didn't realize that when I'm using that particular software, Lula TV, you have an hour exactly. That's it. And then it shuts off. It says goodbye. No, it doesn't really say goodbye. It just shuts you off. So that's what happened. And we got turned off. So we were almost done anyway. So you didn't miss anything. All I did was say goodbye to everyone. So we were finished. And we may do it again this Sunday. I don't know, or another Sunday. If I feel, if I have the courage. If I only had the courage. Not a brain. I do have a brain. But let's see. So Andy said kisses from Andy to you. Thank you. Thank you. Rain said I accidentally missed the show on Sunday. That's all right. You could always listen to the replay. I do want to also make the announcement that I do have Rain. I have your entry. Barb, I have your entry. Sharon, I have her entry. Althea Shipley, I have your entry. And Debbie Morell, I have your entry. And there's a couple more. There's people that I don't know. But I do have your entries. I'm sending out the entry numbers tomorrow. And then the drawing, it's my lips. My lips get in the way, is June 1st. Okay, so you have until midnight to enter. If you didn't enter, how do you enter into the birthday giveaway? Well, you must you must subscribe to the Indigo Room. That's one way to do it. That's one entry here on YouTube. You may follow us on YouTube, Twitter, which, if you subscribe, then you're following us. But you may follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And on Facebook, we are the Indigo Room, creating our reality show, creating our reality. And on Instagram, it's the Indigo Room Show. And on Twitter, it's Sydney584. That would be me. You'd be following me. So you could do one of those 3 things. Follow those 3 places in social media. And you get 3 entries. Then you also can take a screenshot, share a video, share one of the YouTube videos, take a screenshot, email it to me, let me know. So if you do all of those things, then you get more entries, right? So email me at theindigoroom2@gmail.com to let me know what you did, and I'll put your entries in. The winner will be picked at random. We're giving away a Himalayan salt lamp, an Indigo Room t-shirt, the Resurrection book by Neville, and one more thing. Oh, the Sage and Palo Santo wood bundle. So one of those items you will have the opportunity to receive as a gift from the Indigo Room. But you gotta be in it to win it. Hey, Sharon's in the house. Funk 800's in the house. Hello, ladies, and welcome. You like my little cha-cha thing right there? You gotta be in it to win it. You can't win it. You can't win if you don't enter. You don't enter. It's not gonna happen. Even if I like you and I love you. Okay, so tonight we're gonna tickle our amygdala, and we're going to talk about being calm, poised, and unbothered in the middle of a storm. Well, what the I Am Discourses talks about is this particular chapter, in chapter 10, and it's being calm, how to be poised, how to be unbothered, right? And one of the things I talk about in the Indigo Room and to you guys is how I don't like to use the word excited, and I don't choose to use it. I'm exiting it stage left, right out of my experience, because it has the same kind of frenetic energy as fear. So it's not really a great energy to manifest things. And when you're excited, it's almost as if you can't believe something has happened and you're afraid. You're afraid. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. And you think about it, your heart's pounding, everything's happening, everything's racing. And it's really not a great manifesting energy. I found that for me anyway. So my manifesting energy is better when I'm calm, when I'm poised, when I'm just relaxed. So we're going to talk about that tonight. How you doing, Sharon? How you doing, Funky00? I didn't get a chance to check on you guys. It is 2 a.m. over there by Miss Jackie Sinclair in the UK. So hopefully we don't knock her out. But if we do, subconsciously, you'll get it anyway. Sharon said, good, awesome, awesome. Hey, Linda, what's popping?
Everything's good over here.
Yay, Linda is back from her trip. She was with us on Sunday, but she's back from her long, delicious, wonderful travels. And she's got some stuff. She's got some stuff percolating. I hope you have some stuff percolating too. And if you don't, that's all right. This is the place where you can find out how to percolate. So we have the board. I think you guys can see the board today. I think so. I think it's possible. And the topic of this discussion and the topic of the this chapter that we're getting ready to read is I am the perfect. Oh, I forgot a word. I am the perfect poise. It's supposed to say I am the perfect poise, which controls everything. I am the perfect poise, which controls everything. And we're also going to discuss, to change your conscious mind, you must train your subconscious mind. Just like you would train a little boy, a little girl, a little baby. One of the things that's really key in changing your subconscious and changing anything in your reality is repetition. Yeah. It's doing these things over and 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 over again. I am the perfect poise which controls everything. Can you guys hear Cleopatra barking? Is that annoying? Because it's annoying me. I don't know. Can you guys hear her? Or should I just ignore her and continue? Let me know. Because she started to annoy me. It's okay. It's annoying. You probably get in a low roof. I'm getting a really loud roof. No, she's fine. She's absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with her. Just somebody passed by and made a loud noise, and she doesn't like that. Stephanie G is in the house. Hey, girl, what's popping? How you doing? Barb said she'll get tired of barking soon, maybe, but I don't mind. No, she never gets tired. Just so you know, she's a beagle. They don't get tired of barking. Okay, so we're going to tickle our amygdala tonight. So I want you to grab your feather. Do you know where it is? Does everybody know where their feather is? Can you go find it? Go get your feather. You don't know where your feather is? Go get it. I'll wait. Ta-da! I had it in my back pocket. Oh, yeah, she's fine. So grab your feather. Okay. And you know what color your feather is? You might change the color of your feather this time. I don't know. Maybe you change the color of your feather. But we're going to imagine that we have this beautiful feather in our hand. I don't know what color your bristles are, what color your feather is. Mine is purple, white, and gold. I have not changed the color because that is my favorite color, purple. Besides, well, blue and purple. Sometimes I add a little blue specks in there every once in a while or switch it up. But it's purple, gold, and white. And you just imagine that you feel the bristles of your feather. What does it feel like? Imagine, imagine, imagine. We're flexing our imagination muscle. And you are going to raise your feather up to the center of your forehead. Get it up there. And then you're going to slide the feather over to the right and tickle your amygdala on the right. And then slide your feather over to the left and tickle your amygdala on the left. And then, pull your feather out and you're done. That's it. Easy peasy. Oh, Rain says she has a purple feather tonight. Sharon said, I have my feather ready. Awesome. And you should be smiling. You should have a little bit of a smile on your face, at least something. If you're not smiling, then try it again. All right. Remember to hit the thumbs up button. Let's do that. And before we get started, if you haven't done that already, please hit the thumbs up button. What that does is it helps others to know that we're live, and it also helps you so that you get notifications of other content that is similar to this, and it'll appear up in your feed when you come in to YouTube. And you'll find other spiritual content that's helpful. I know I find a whole lot of stuff that I was like, well, when did you put that up? It's up there. It's been up there since 2009. But I really didn't hang out on YouTube a lot. But now I'm finding a lot of stuff, and I'm having a really good time. I barely watch TV anymore. I'm watching this. Anyway, it's a lot of good content. I put something up today by Greg Braden, which was really, really good. And he talked about repetition, which is something that we talk about here in the Indigo Room. And I wanted to play this music, but I didn't get permission from the content creator, so I'm not playing it. But it is one of the featured channels here. It's a binaural beats, and it's very calming, very relaxing. Something that you can put on when you're reading or you're doing some studying. And I hope you're doing some reading. I hope you're doing reading, of your I Am Discourses and Neville when we're not together in the Indigo Room, because it's very helpful. It reminds you, it jogs your memory. It helps you to remember things that maybe you forgot about, or maybe you put in the back pocket, or maybe you're not, paying attention to anymore. You're dusting stuff off, and you need to dust off your tools. But these books, so far, for me, have been a helpful reminder. And I know Linda has said she found it helpful as well. So I encourage you to pick up the I Am Discourses if you haven't done so already. Everything is in the description below, all the links, and you can pick it up through Amazon. I am just an affiliate. I get a little bit of a stipend if you do purchase it through here, okay? And Neville's here in there, and all of the things that we're giving away are listed there as well. So if you want to pick up, some of the Palo Santo wood, or you want to pick up the sage, all of the links are in the description below. Also, if you didn't know, because, I posted it on my social media feeds, I was featured in an article written by the Wonder Sisters, the I Wonder Sisters. That happens to be Rain and Andy. And it was I had a really great time doing it. I feel humbled that they asked me to interview, and they put the article up. You can read it. I think you will be able to post the link, Rain. If not, I think I can post it before we go. I meant to put it in the description below, but I'll do that also. And they have a really great website. You can check out all of their stuff, all of the things they do. They do readings, they do healings, they do all kinds of stuff. So do check it out. It was a great article. I want to thank you both for choosing me. It was just amazing. So yeah, do check that out. Give it a read. And they have other articles there as well. All right. So Barb said, I'm reading as much as possible. The chapter 10 really got to me in a good way. Yeah, right? Absolutely. With all that's been going on for me lately, so good. I'm glad that chapter 10 got to you like that. That's awesome. And Rain said, we thank you greatly, Sid. Oh, it was my pleasure. What? It was all for clumps, for real. Barb said, thanks for the reminder. Want to read it. Okay. Rain said, it won't allow me to put a link here. That's awesome about you. Congrats. Oh, see, look, Linda's on it. As usual, the moderator is on the case. Linda put it in. So there's the link. Linda put it in the chat. So if you haven't gotten an opportunity to read it, you can also visit their site, check out all the things that they do, all of the items that they have that you can purchase, and maybe it'll help you along your spiritual journey as well. iwondersisters.com. All right, so we're on chapter 10, and we're going to start with page 115. Again, we're not reading all of the chapters. All of the pages, just going to pull out some highlights and discuss it. Linda, I think you said you might want to read this week. Or am I?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So I'm going to, I'll let you know when you can go ahead and what we want to read. Mm-hmm. So we're going to start with the second paragraph, which says, knowing that it is the presence of God, we'll just start from the beginning. From out the centuries of activity, we have arrived at the focal point where the experiences of ages come into instantaneous action, where all time and space become the one presence, God in action now. Knowing that it is the presence of God, I am, that beats your heart, then you know that your heart is the voice of God speaking. And as you come to meditate upon the great truth, I am the supreme intelligent activity through my mind and heart. You will bring the true, dependable, divine feeling into the heart. So long, mankind has been loving on the periphery of the circle. Once the student becomes really aware that God is love and love's true activity comes through the heart, he will understand that to focus his attention on the desires to project love forth for any given purpose is a supreme privilege of the outer activity of the consciousness, which can generate love to a boundless degree. Mankind has not previously understood that divine love is a power, a presence, an intelligence, a light. I also want to include a being. We have different beings and we know who they are. We have Jesus, we have Saint Germain, we have Archangel Michael. Love is also a being that exists. Not some just airy fairy thing. It's an actual being. So it's a light that can be fanned into a boundless flame or fire, and it is within the conscious intelligence of every individual, especially students of the light, so to create and generate this presence of love that it becomes an invincible, exhaustless, peace-commanding presence wherever the conscious individual desires to direct it. Somewhere it has been said that love may not be commanded. I say to you, love is the first principle of life and may be generated to any degree or without any limit whatsoever for infinite use. Such is the majestic privilege of the conscious use and direction of love. Like when I read this again for the umpteenth time, it just hit me in such a way because, we use love collectively. I'm not talking about individually. I'm just saying collectively, we use love in a way that sometimes is offhanded. Not when you're talking about love of the people that you have in your life, your friends and your family and stuff like that. Just, it is such a powerful energy, a being. And when I got that in my spirit, that love is a being, I started to feel differently about love. It's not just an emotion. It's not just something that we say to each other or we give to each other. It's an actual being and a presence. It's not just an awareness, oh, I love you, or, thank you, honey, I love you. Or I say to Linda, thank you, Linda, or any of you, I love you. I do mean that. But it's an actual being that can be commanded from our hearts to be projected out from us to others, to the world, to the planet, to the universe that we're in right now. So if you can change how you think about love, think of it as a being, and that when you send it out to someone, they're enveloped in that being. Like imagine the being of light just hugging them and taking care of them and filling them up with like arms like you have, like I have. Then you'll think of love a little bit differently. That's just me. You do what you want. I'm just giving you a little bit of a tidbit. When I say generate, I'm going to continue reading. When I say generate, I mean the opening of the door through conscious devotion to the outpouring of this exhaustless fountain of love, which is the heart of your being, the heart of the universe. Students, by contemplating this infinite power of love, become such a fountain of its outpouring that its conscious direction may be infinite on the student's use. I just love the way that's worded. How about you, Linda?
Oh, yeah.
It feels different when you think of it as a being, when you think of love as a being. So in the next paragraph, it says, I am the commanding presence, the exhaustless energy, the divine wisdom, causing my desire to be fulfilled. And we know that desire is a gift from God, right? So desire can be anything. I can desire this mug. I could desire this book. I could desire this lip gloss. It's all energy. It's all in imagination. Anything that's created right now came from someone's imagination, and imagination is God in action. So your desire is a gift from God. So I am the commanding presence, the exhaustless energy. This is something that you can use, that you can say. So if you don't have the book, you may want to write it down. I'll say it slowly. I am the commanding presence, the exhaustless energy, the divine wisdom, causing my desire to be fulfilled. Like I put I am statements all around my house. You know, you see the board up here, but there's other pieces of paper and stuff all over this house, okay? So this is just one that you may find useful, that you may want to put someplace to remind you, you know, of your I am statements. Type it out, write it out, put it as many places as you need to see it as you go about your day. It's repetition, 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 until it becomes self-sustaining and you don't have to keep repeating it anymore and reminding yourself to repeat these things. This will bring the quickest release from any undesirable condition that the very law of your being will permit. Knowing this, you may further know the presence that I am. I now remain untouched by disturbing outer conditions. Serene, I fold my wings and abide the perfect action of the divine law and justice of my being, commanding all things within my circle to appear in perfect divine order. Not anybody else's circle. We're talking about yours. This is specifically for you. Thank you, Linda, for putting that in the chat. Each student who is earnestly striving for the light is being toughened. It's something that I put in Instagram the other day about calm sea never made a great sailor, basically. Like, you can't become a great sailor in a calm sea. It just doesn't work. You know, people say oftentimes, why me, God? Why am I going through this? Why is this happening to me? Why do I have to experience it? Why not you? Who else is going to do it? Why not you? It sometimes can feel like, you know, you're in the middle of a pity party and all that is doing is holding on to past hurts, past losses, past stuff. I had a conversation with somebody the other day and I said, you know, you want to heal yourself, you're going to have to stop living in the past. She flipped out on me. We got okay. It was all right after a while, but she's like, I'm not living in the past. Blah, blah, blah. We all do it. The reason why I could speak on that is because I've done it. You know, so I mean, even on occasions, things happen to me and I go, oh God, why did that happen? Why did I say that? Why did they say that to me? Why did they look at me that way? Why? Pity party. I'm in the middle of it. Stuff is already gone. It already transpired. It already happened. But I'm in the middle of the pity party. Whining and complaining to myself. Ain't nobody around here. It's just me and the dog and the bird. So, it's, you know, it's just me in the middle of my pity party. And then I have to remember that it's already happened. I have already experienced that. And every time I bring it up into my mind, it's like I'm digging up a dead body and bringing it back into my experience. Back right here with me, right here. I'm holding it right here. So this understanding that you have the ability to catch yourself when you're in the pity party moment and slowly shift yourself out of there, even if it's for 1 minute, for 60 seconds, where you're saying your I am statements. That 60 seconds is very powerful. You have moved a little bit. You have changed the condition a little bit. And then you go back and then you remember, oh God, what am I doing? And then you do some more and you change a little bit more. You move a little bit more. But it's repetition. It's not something that it's not something that's going to, it's simple. It's not sometimes always easy, but it's very simple. And you do that often, over and over and over, until you get sick of your own self. Then you go, you might laugh even. You might even laugh at yourself while you're in the middle of your pity party. Nobody sees you. You're in your apartment, you're in your house by yourself laughing. So each student who earnestly striving for the light is being toughened as you make the toughest, as as you make the toughest steel, which wears the longest, holds the best, and is the strongest. So after you come out of your trial, whatever that may be, your tribulation, whatever that may be, your whatever it is, whatever the drama is, whatever the chaos is, whatever the confusion is, whatever the wicky wacky is, whatever that is, you have become toughened, right? You have become tough as like the toughest steel. Because then when you can talk about this situation, you can talk about the experience without any emotion attached to it, that's when you know that you have moved out of it. That's when you know, yeah, I can help the next person, because your test certainly is going to be a testimony for yourself or for others. Thus, beloved students, you should never grow weary. You should never grow weary of doing well, nor meeting the experiences that sometimes seems to weigh heavily upon us. But rejoice that every step forward leads to that eternal goal, which does not have to be repeated. So, I mean, how many of us have to learn how to walk again? If we haven't had an accident, I'm just saying, just normally right now, as an adult, how many of us have to learn how to walk again? How many of us have had to go to walking class? I just would like to know. Anybody? Anybody had to go to walking class, take walking classes lately? Did you have to go to walking school? No, because after repetition, after you've been taught, after you have learned it, your body remembers, right? Your body remembers the memory, and it holds it. It's good. You don't need to go learn it again. You don't have to repeat falling down, getting back up, and crawling again. You don't have to repeat that. But that's the same thing with moving out of any kind of the situations that we were in before. I was having a conversation with someone today, and we both were in similar situations back in 2017. And we both managed to get through it. We're here, still here, talking to you. And how now I feel like I can help somebody who's in the middle of that experience. And that's what that does. That's what all of these things that we go through, that's what those experiences are for. Why you? Why not you? It was given to you because you were the best person for the job. Right? Sucks. I don't want it, God. Too bad. You got it now. This is yours. This is what you got to go through right now. You are the best person for the job. Thank you very much. But God, I didn't ask for this job. Well, yeah, apparently you did. So just remind yourselves, when we're going through changes, when we're going through dramas, when we're going through things that we don't like, that don't feel good, that we, number one, you're expanding, you're growing. Anytime something doesn't really feel good and it feels uncomfortable, that means that whatever you were in is no longer serving you, and you need to let it go and move on. And you're outgrowing it. And when you outgrow something, it never feels good. It always feels tight. When you have clothes on and you need to outgrow those clothes when you were kids, they feel tight. You have on shoes that are no longer fitting you. They feel tight. You got to get new shoes. You don't keep the shoes that your feet are scrunched into. Well, maybe you do. I don't. I need my feet to feel free. I need my clothes to fit me. So just remember that and remind yourself. This is what methinks the students often forgets to use. Here's another one that I have around the house. You may want to write this down if you don't have the book. And even if you do have the book, you may want to write it down over and over and over again. Remember, 3 days by 33 times. 3 by 33. 3 days, 33 times. I just posted something from Greg Braden, and he says that it takes 72 hours. I just found that today. 72 hours is how many days? Hey, BJ Moore. 72 hours is how many days? Anybody? Anybody know? That's right. 3. 3 days. It takes 3 days, 3 focused days for our brains to create the sinews and the synapses for things to start clicking, because maybe this is something you've never done before. Maybe this is something you've never experienced before. Maybe you've never used your I am statements before, but it takes 3 days of continued use, continued focus, for all of a sudden your brain to start creating new pathways. So if you write down your statements, whatever they may be, for 3 days, 33 times, I'm giving you 33. He says 3 days. I'm saying write your stuff down, repeat it over and over for 3 days, 3 days by 33 times. You'll start to remember stuff that you didn't think you could remember. Your brain will start to create little grooves, new pathways. And this will help you to start to move out of some of the things that we've created, because we've created all of it. So some of the things that we've created, it'll help us to move out of those things. So this is the statement. I am the strength, the courage. I'm going to read it first fast, and then I'll read it slow. I am the strength, the courage, the power to move forward steadily through all experiences, whatever they may be, and remain joyous and uplifted, filled with peace and harmony at all times, by the glorious presence which I am. That's a lot. I know. You're like, Sydney, I ain't got time to write all that. All right. I'm finding time to write all that, because it matters to me how my life is rolling. If you don't want to find the time, that's okay. That's on you. Listen, I ain't gonna be mad at you. I can't help. I can't make you do it. I'm encouraging you to do it, but I can't make you. So I'm gonna read it slow. Linda, if you want to write it in the chat, I don't know. I don't know. You don't have to, but I'm gonna read it slow so everybody can get it. I am the strength, the courage, the power to move forward, Linda's a fast typer, steadily through all experiences, whatever they may be, and remain joyous and uplifted, filled with peace and harmony at all times, by the glorious presence which I am. Linda's typing it, and she's going to put it in the chat for you all. Rain says, I love that post about the skilled sailor. Yeah, That's what it is. A rough sea does, a calm sea does not make a skilled sailor. And Sharon said, that was awesome. I was going through something at work and I read that. It was great timing. Cool. That's good. And Rain said, indeed, I have my testimonials. Yes, I have my testimonials too. But you know what? Guess what? I'm getting new ones. That's the thing about spirit, though. You know, I won't have to repeat some of the stuff, but I'm getting new ones now. All right. We'll move on. We'll move through. Thank you, Linda. She put it in the chat. For those of you that want it, you can copy and paste it someplace so you can remind yourself to write it down on a piece of paper. Let me tell you, putting it in your phone and just typing it is not the same as writing it out once we leave here. So get yourself some little notebooks. Like I have my little notebooks all over the house. This is one of them. And I write in it constantly. Well, this one is for my Create Your Day. And then I have another one. Well, I have several. I get them from the Met. But I write in my books over and over. Number it, and I write it down. So, you know, I'm just saying, if your life is important to you, you may want to do that. You're not going to get the things that you want by just, you know, one or two little affirmations, doing it once or twice. I mean, you will get the things that you want, but you're not going to really change your mindset. It's not going to seep down into your consciousness, your subconscious. It's just going to be like, you know, it's going to be like having the mattress on top of the box spring. No, having the duvet on top of the mattress that's on top of the box spring. The box spring is your subconscious, and then your conscious is the mattress that you sleep on, right? But the thing that holds you up on that bed, the platform or the box spring is what holds that mattress. And that's what your subconscious is. Your subconscious is the foundation of you and your reality. So if you are just doing the surface stuff on your conscious, on the top part, and it's not really, you know, you're not really, you know, every once in a while you make your bed, you know, you take care of it, you put the duvet on, you put the comforter on, you know, you maybe wash your stuff, you know, you just take care of the surface part, but you're not taking care of the box spring. Maybe you need a new box spring. Maybe you need a new, you know, need a new foundation underneath there. You're sitting in your bed and it curves, you know, it sinks like this. It gets a little curve in it. Because you need a new box spring. You need a new foundation. How do you get the new foundation? By repetition in your subconscious. How do you get your new subconscious? By repetition. Okay. Jackie says, I'll screenshot. Hope this is okay. You'll screenshot what? The statement? Okay. You should write it. Screenshot. I mean, you can screenshot it for now, but you really should write it. That's my encouragement to you. Because the screenshot disappears, it floats around in your phone, and then you never see it again. You'll be looking for it, and you won't even know. You won't even remember. Like, what was that? What was that thing that Sydney told us about? So I'm just suggesting that you write it down. You don't have to, but I suggest you do. Yeah, then write it down. Okay, what time is it? Okay. Linda, can you do me a favor and read where it says, I am the exhaustless energy and intelligence? And then that on page 118, it's in the second paragraph. Well, you could read the second paragraph and the third paragraph. Yeah. Okay. So does everybody understand what that paragraph means about precipitation? Because if you don't, we'll go over it a little bit. Do you get that? What precipitation is? And what they're talking about? What Saint Germain is talking about here? So it says, therefore, when I wish to precipitate anything whatsoever, I know I am the power acting, I am the intelligence directing, I am the substance being acted upon, and I now bring it into visible form in my use. So when, go ahead, Linda, sorry. They couldn't hear you? Oh, well, I don't know why that's. All right, try it again. You can read it again. It's going to be loud. Why? You're sitting right there. That's so weird. I get that, but your voice is coming through my speaker, going through my like it's you're talking as much as I'm talking. Do you know what I mean? So I'm talking, they should be able to hear it through the camera. That's weird. They heard Cleopatra, and your my speaker is sitting right next to the camera, to the mic. So I don't know. I don't understand how I can hear you and they can't hear you. That doesn't even make sense. Okay. That is very weird. You heard Cleopatra barking. You hear me talking. I hear you. Okay. All right. I don't know why they can't hear you. That is the strangest thing. Okay. The power of precipitation, the student. Let me see something here. Hold on. Hold on. Oops. Let me go. No, Linda. That is so freaking strange. Okay. Linda. Hmm. Why can't they hear you? Okay. Linda, speak. Nope. Can you hear me again, Linda? Hmm. Now I can't hear you at all. Yeah, but now I'm frozen, which is weird. Can everybody still hear me? Because I feel like I can't hear myself now. I don't know what's going on, Linda. Now I lost you entirely. Okay. I don't know what happened. I lost Linda completely. I could hear her, but you guys couldn't hear her. I don't know why. The power of precipitation, the student should understand and remember at all times, is within the I am presence. I am here the life principle and intelligence in this body. I am everywhere, even unto the heart of God, the governing intelligence of the universe. Therefore, when I wish to precipitate anything whatsoever, I know I am the power acting. I am the intelligence directing. I am the substance being acted upon, and I now bring it into a viable form and my use. Did everybody hear me now? Okay, you can hear me and you can see me. Okay, just not Linda. Now I can't hear Linda. I don't know why. She froze on my screen. Does everybody understand what precipitate means? When we're saying, when he's in this, when Saint Germain is talking about the power of precipitation, do you all understand what that means? That was the question that I was posing before. Says, I am everywhere, even unto the heart of God. Therefore, when I wish to precipitate anything whatsoever, I know I am the power acting, I am the intelligence directing, and I am the substance being acted upon. Do you know what that means? Well, if you don't, what that means is I take it as coming into form. Yes, Barb. That's something that's coming into form. Anything. So therefore, when I wish to precipitate anything whatsoever, I know I am the power acting, I am the intelligence directing, I am the substance being acted upon. So you're all of that. I am is all of that. I am is all of that. So once there's a place that you will get to when you're doing your I am statements, when you're sustaining your I am presence, when you know your I am presence and you're calm and you're poised and you're cool and you're collected and you're unbothered by outside activity, you can reach into, stick your hand out. It's almost like reaching into, like a sci-fi movie, and you can reach into the ethers and basically pull out what you need. I am all. Correct. But you could literally precipitate, create, manifest form right in your hand when you get to the point that you are sustaining the I am presence in an all knowing, calm manner. Since the creation of money as a standard of exchange, gold being a standard and heart, so to speak, and the security of all issue, it will be remembered that there have been almost a countless numbers of disasters in one form or another through which gold and the issue of money have been, to the outer sense, destroyed. Looks like it's destroyed, right? Because, ships sink with gold bullion in it, buildings, you have earthquakes, money's just gone, or it's buried, or it's lost in a cave. You ever hear, but you watched when you were a kid, Treasure Island and treasure maps and all of that stuff, and people are always looking for treasure, right? Because gold has disappeared off the planet seemingly so many different times, and we still have plenty of gold in the world. We still have plenty. But gold is the issue. Gold is the standard. Now, if you know anything about the money in the United States, gold is supposed to be backing every single dollar bill. So you should be able to go to the Federal Reserve, take your Federal Reserve note, because that's what it is. It's a note. Our money is not actually money, it's a note. And you should be able to take that note to the Federal Reserve and exchange it for a gold dollar, for gold. We can't do that anymore here in the United States, but that's what this country was based on back in the day. You know, when they had the gold rush and everybody was taking their gold, and they would take their gold because it was too heavy to carry around, and they would exchange it for a Federal Reserve note. And they would use that Federal Reserve note to go and make purchases while their gold sat someplace, you know, in a nice little vault or something like that. So now we get money. There's no gold backing it up. But if you have gold, and do you know how much gold is in this earth, really in it? There's so much gold in this veins of gold in this planet. It's ridiculous. But that is the standard. And that's what you can precipitate out of the ethers, seemingly, if your I am statement is fully sustained. And remember, I told you I did meet somebody that was able to do that, right? Precipitate money right out of seemingly thin air. He was that connected to his source. More often, however, gold is precipitated in its natural state, therefore always legal in its use. As the world has recently offered a premium for more gold production, why not precipitate it and bless the world by its use? Why not? If I could do that, which I haven't been able to do yet, but I'm working on it. One of the issues with doing that, though, is I assure you the outer is immediately set on fire. So everybody would be set on fire, the world, if they knew of people who were able to precipitate gold. However, I am the presence is governing it. Simply say, here is the gold. If somebody questions you, you know, if you are able to do that, and somebody questions you, how did you do that? Where did you get that gold from? It says, simply say, here is the gold, test it. If it is not 100%, you may refuse it. If it is, you are compelled to receive it by the laws of your government. Because gold is a standard around the world. If you got gold, you can go just about anywhere. Anybody will take it. They'll rob you, you know, they try to rob you for it, but God is the governing, I am is the governing presence. And if you are standing in your I am presence and knowing your power, you don't have to worry about that. You can just precipitate what you need. Precipitate and manifest it means the same thing. You will understand, beloved students, that it is only in the outer activity of the physical world that you require a medium of exchange. For the moment one rises into the power of precipitation, he has little use for gold or money or any kind of exchange except as incidents may require. As one by one you come into the ascended state, you will have many a hearty laugh over the seeming importance of these outer problems, over the outer problems of the physical or outer world. For they are all but the Maya, which means but constant change. Remember, there is only one thing in the universe that is impermanent, real, and eternal, and that is the I am presence, God in you, which is the owner and creator and the intelligence governing all manifested form. So, do not misunderstand me, he says. I know you have come into this understanding sufficiently, but if you are sincere and have dauntless determination in your recognition of the I am presence, God in action and in you, you will find yourself, even to the outer sense, quickly rising into the dominion and independence in which you can say to all outer things, it is possible is it possible thou didst once disturb me? Is it possible thou didst once disturb me? So, you know, the things that are disturbing us now, the people, the situations, the problems, the lack of, you know, the scheduling, the things that we're trying to do, the things that we're trying to create and bring about, the people at our job, or, families and relationships, the boyfriend, the girlfriend, the husband, the wife, children, the auntie, the grandmother, all of these things, we would say, is it possible that this once disturbed me? And if you think about Jesus and how he manifested anything, how he brought about things, even though it's allegory, right? But he used allegory to teach us. I do believe that Jesus was a real person that existed. Everything that he did in calmness. He did it with poise, manifesting. Not when he was in the temple, losing his daggone mind and throwing tables over. Not that time. But when he brought money out of the fish, he was calm. There was a knowing about him. There was a poise. There was a literal unbotheredness. When he was in the storm, and, when he was in the boat and he was in the storm, and he was, the Peter and Paul and, the disciples got all nervous and, oh, Lord, what are we going to do? Jesus, what's happening? He was calm. When you want to manifest something, when you want to create something, you have to get into this calmness, this poise. A lot of times people in law of attraction, they talk about getting excited. Think about it. You're happy, you're excited, and, you want to change your mood. Yeah, you do want to change your mood. I wouldn't change to excited. You could change to happy. You can change to enthused, but you should remain calm, poised, and unbothered. I'm bothered by what's the raging sea. I'm bothered by the storm on the outside. Because always in the middle of the storm, in the eye of the storm, it's calm. Right? That's the safest place to be, in the middle of a storm. If you can follow the eye, you can stay within the eye of the storm, you can be all right. So if you can get to a calmness, to a poisedness, you would find that things would start to work in your favor a lot easier, a lot quicker, a lot better. It's a knowing. So we got a couple more pages and then we can be done. It's 10:09. I think I can do it. It says, had you long ago recognized, claimed, and rejoiced in the I am presence as you are doing today, the outer forms would have become so refined, our outer forms would have become so refined that you could have come back to them with very great grace. So if we had done this like way back in the day, before this outer form, and our past outer forms, we could have came back to it with grace and just slid right in. But when we leave, the majority of us, when we leave, our forms are so messed up, right? We either die of a heart attack or a liver or cancer or old age, and it's wrinkled and it's shriveled. You want to come back into that body. So that's why we have to get a new one. Peace be still. That's right, Rain. Peace be still. Barb says, oh, you said that. I take it as coming to form. So, however, one has but to rejoice at every step of attainment and every step he hopes to attain, because hope becomes faith. Hope becomes faith if we let it. And faith becomes reality. So the last I am statement that you may want to write down that's really good is, I am that great presence sustaining you, and you cannot fail. I don't want you to write, I cannot fail. Well, yeah, you can write, I cannot fail. You can write that. I am that great presence sustaining me, and I cannot fail. I am that great presence sustaining me, and I cannot fail. Now, beloved students, I say to you, you are not cowards, but you are yellow with the gold light of truth, of dominion, of mastery over all outer things, which have bound you. And with one mighty surge of the I am presence, you break every binding chain, shatter all sense of limitation, and stand forth in your freedom, the glorious, radiant, majestic being that you really are. I like very much to use the statement, I am here and I am there. And if you will contemplate it, you cannot help but overcome the sense of separation. Always take the attitude of calm poise when anything should manifest. Always be happy and rejoice in the presence. But there is always the balance to be maintained. It is the middle way. Hold yourself within this center poise. One can rejoice as deeply in a calm poise as he can in overexuberance or excited. I'm not saying that you can't be happy. I'm not saying you can't be joyful. I'm not saying you can't be enthusiastic. I'm not saying you can't be eager. I'm not saying any of those things. However, when we're trying to manifest, change things, we want to get into a calmness. We want to get into a poisedness. We want to get an unbothered. We want to get into a peace be still state of mind, state of being, because that's knowing. And if you think about the sun, when the sun rises, does it rise like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I'm rising. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I don't know if I can rise today. All right, I'm so excited, I'm rising. No, it just rises. It does its thing. Same thing with the moon. Oh God, the stars, look at the stars. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, the stars. No, it doesn't do that. It is in a calm, relaxed state. So if you can imagine, being the sun, being the moon, being the stars, when you're thinking about what it is you're working on, what it is that you're creating, what it is that you are bringing about from your imagination into the universe, into the world, be in that knowing state. You think when God created us, he was like, oh my God, look at this man, look at this woman. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm so excited. He said, let there be light first. That's it. Let there be light. I think he said, let there be light. Oh my God, let there be light. That's insane. So try to get into a calm poise when anything should manifest. Always take the attitude of calm poise. Use I am the perfect poise, which controls everything. That's what we started out with tonight. That's what's on the board. I forgot to write poise in there, but it's I am the perfect, should be I am the perfect poise, which controls everything. When you use the I am presence, be sure to keep it as a permanent thing. Each one try this, and if you do not feel results at first, just go on, for you certainly will as you use it more and more. So this is the last one. And this is something that I have on my water. You don't believe me? All right, hold on. I'm strong. This is what I have on my water, right? I write on my water. I don't know if you can see my water. This is what I have on my water. So I'm going to read that to you. And you may want to write it on your water. Okay, pull my shirt off. And it got water on me. I am the presence charging this water with the life-giving essence which I absorb and which renews my body. Sorry, I'm not facing you. Sorry. I am the presence charging this water with the life-giving essence which I absorb and which renews my body in perfect health and eternal youth. That is what's on my water. That's what I say. You may want to use it too. May not. That's up to you. I am the presence charging this water with the life-giving essence which I absorb and which renews my body in perfect health and eternal youth. In the affirm often, I am here and I am there. I am the conscious action everywhere. I am here, I am there, I am the conscious action everywhere. To discoordinate activities, I am the presence preventing this. So you can use I am presence to protect you from Wicky Wacky. God never said you don't need protection. You know, a lot of us walk around here thinking, oh, well, I'm spiritual, God's looking out for me and everything's fine and everything's wonderful and everything's lovely. Yes, but you also have the right to protect yourself. So you can say to discordant activities, I am the presence preventing this. I am the positive, peaceful control of this whole situation. Thank you, Linda. And so the final one is, in the I am consciousness is the wisdom that knows what is required. Know always that I am, this is another one, I am the controlling, governing presence of this meeting or situation. Maybe you have some meetings you got to go to this week. Maybe you have some you have a situation that's happening and you're not feeling it. That's another one that you can write out. I always know that I am the controlling, governing presence of this meeting or situation. There is nothing comes into physical form which is not first perfected on the invisible or higher plane. The students should not discuss this instruction. Like, don't take this instruction now and go tell Joe Blow, cast your pearls before swine if somebody has not been doing the work and I am, because they're not going to get it. And they're going to make you feel stupid. And then you're going to be like, well, maybe this doesn't work. You keep it to yourself. It's for you. It's for you to use. Now, what'll start to happen is people will see you acting, being, having a certain way, and they may inquire. And you say, you know what? You can go check out the Indigo Room or read the I Am Discourses or Neville or whatever. I was having a discussion with somebody and they asked me, how I deal with people and, and engage them. I said, well, I don't engage folks no more. I stopped doing that. Now, if you come to me and you want to ask me something, sure, I'll have a conversation with you, but I'm not engaging you. I'm not trying to drag nobody. I'm not trying to, you find the Indigo Room. If you build it, they will come. That's my feeling. If you build it, they will come. You find the Indigo Room, you find the I Am Discourses on your own or not through the Indigo Room, whatever. I'm not engaging anybody. I'm not dragging you. I'm not taking you by the hair, by the throat and say, look. And they were like, yeah, you're kind of right. I'm going to stop doing that too. You put your work out there, you do your work, your spirit, your being speaks volumes if you're doing the work. And people will find you or they won't. But we're moving into 5D now. You know, we're moving into 5D. Get with the program, get on the train. The train done left the station. So the students should not discuss this instruction, but just rejoice in living it themselves. If they do this, they will receive so much more from it because there will not be conflicting vibrations to disturb them. And that's the end of a very delicious discourse from the I Am Discourses tonight. I'm going to scroll back because I feel like I missed something. I think BJ said something that I missed. I thought she did. Oh, magic numbers, BJ said. Yes, magic numbers, 3 days, 33 times. Writing out your, whatever it is that you're expecting or anticipating or manifesting, whatever it is that you are manifesting. And I'm not saying trying, whatever it is that you are manifesting, write it 3 days by 3 by 33, 3 days, 33 times. And thank you, Linda, for putting the I am statements in the chat. I can't hear you anymore, but thank you very much. I know you can hear me. What else? Rain said, I totally get it. Calm, a assurance, and knowing and true belief that the thing could actually manifest. You just know. Absolutely. And even if you're not calm yet, stay, work on that. Work on being calm, Even if you are full of fear and doubt and worry, work on being calm. Use these I am statements to help calm you. Use binaural beats to help calm you. Use different techniques. Doxy. He's got tons of meditations that you can use as you drift off to sleep. I often say the Lord's Prayer when I got stuff on my mind and it's got me going and going. I go, oh my God, I do the Lord's Prayer over and over, and then the next thing I know, it's 6 o'clock in the morning, time for me to get up, and things shift and change. So there's different techniques that you can use as well. Sharon says, that's what I say to people. Linda says, you are welcome, Sydney. What is it that you say to people, Sharon? I missed what you wrote. Okay, so that's it for this week. We still have the birthday giveaway, which is going to end on 5/31, and the drawing is June 1st. If you would like to participate and you missed the instructions, just go back to the replay at the beginning. I gave it all at the beginning, or you can look down in the description below, and everything is down there. And it tells you how to enter. There's also links to the books that we read here on the Indigo Room right in the description below. So I do want to thank you all for joining us. Does anybody have any questions before we go? The Indigo Room email is indigoroom2@gmail.com. Oh, and about listening to you in the Indigo Room. Okay, I get you. I hear you. I am working on something for us that's really I feel it's really cool. Kat Taylor, who's also somebody who belongs to the Indigo Room, I asked her for her opinion. She thought it was pretty cool too. So I'm really, really anticipating that I will be able to bring it and roll it out to you all soon. I'm looking forward to it, and yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. We're gonna get to hang out with each other and do some fun things together. So as soon. I probably won't be able to roll it out to you till next month, but I'm looking forward to that. So Barb said, just love Wednesday nights so much. Thank you, Sydney. Thank you for all of you for being here. Such beautiful energy. Oh, Barb, thank you. Thank you. We're just all happy to be back, I think. I think we're all happy to be back together. I feel like that. So I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. And I'm happy to be back with you. Funkgate00, thank you. Rain said, agreed, Barb, thank you. Yep. Everybody's in agreement about that. And remember who you are. Remember that you are source energy right here in a physical body. Remember that you can be, do, and have anything that you desire. And remember, it's not being extraordinary that makes you unique. It is your uniqueness that makes you extraordinary. So don't remember also to like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, hit the notification button for new content. And I go back to work next week. Oh, vacation is over. But I will see you all on Sunday for our Good Rising chat at 11:30 a.m. Be here or be square. I'll see you then. Love you all. Have a great rest of your week. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you on Sunday. Bye.